Members of the Commission, primary crew of ISS 74 expedition is here for the integrated SIM on the Russian segment. Good morning. Have you had good rest? Good breakfast? Hope you're not hungry. He is the lucky one. He is going to take a break, and you guys are going to have to work. What is more difficult, flying on the station or on the Soyuz vehicle? Well, for the station, the exams are more critical, but less complicated, because in the Soyuz, the time goes fast, everything goes fast, we need to make fast decisions. And on the station, we have support from the ground, and operations are not usually as critical as the vehicle operations. For Sergei, this is your first flight. What was the most difficult during your training? Well, the most difficult part was waiting. Training goes as it does, and then this time stretches into years, and so this is what makes it difficult. Yes, it was a very interesting experience. The most interesting thing is to meet my crewmates, my new family, and all the wonderful people that I have come across. And I love trying new foods, so it was very interesting. For survival. Yes, survival on water. That was, it was pretty hot inside the vehicle. Now in Houston, it's very hot, and I'm happy to be here, where it is not cold and not hot. Sergei, have you been in touch with the crew on the station? Have they given you any pointers for the exam? Well, we were the backup for the current crew. Our backup crew has Petr Dubrov as commander. He is an experienced crew member. He has his own experience, his own rationale. Of course, we exchange in knowledge, exchange experiences, but each crew has its own individual tactics and specifics. Today on the ISS. Oh, you're talking about your flight on the station. Well, our increment will continue with the science program. It will last 241 days. We're scheduled to run about 40 scientific experiments in biotechnology, medical, engineering, earth sciences, space sciences. We're scheduled to do 2 EVAs. And of course, we will be receiving and unloading cargo vehicles, and we'll be greeting the Dragon crew in the spring. And at the end of our increment, we'll greet our current backups who will replace us at the increment. with us, we're bringing payloads that will be used in biotech experiments. This hardware will be brought on our Soyuz, and Sergei Ryzhikov will bring it in their Soyuz vehicle to the ground. Biotech experiments have requirements for the timing, for the conditions in which they need to be performed, so we need to bring them ASAP. For example, Cytomechanarium is an experiment studying fruit flies, which are perfect for scientific studies. We also will be studying other microorganisms, and we'll be bringing also hardware and consumables for other experiments. We'll bring a bit of artificial intelligence with us too. Unfortunately, we don't know about the tickets, about the problems that we will be given for the exam. The envelopes are sealed, and we will find out what we have to deal with when we are at our workstation. So all crew members have to be excellent in their performance, regardless of how difficult the system or experiment is, because this is what is expected of us by all the specialists.
Пока, скажем так, это проект, пока ничего не говорим. Все ответили. Еще вопросы есть?
Are there other questions?
Вы начали рассказывать, в чем сегодня будет заключаться тренировка. Будете отрабатывать технологии?
What about your sim today? Well, this is a final, which will simulate a routine day on the station, which will include systems maintenance, payload operations, but in contrast with the typical day on the station, we will be dealing with an off-nominal situation at our sim today in order to verify our readiness for such events. What kind of off-nominal situations? Well, they could be anything. It could be system failures, life support systems, which will require replacement of the consumables, up to emergencies with fire, depress, ammonia leak. Those are the most serious incidents that can happen on the station. Well, all the best to you. Let's take a picture. are you feeling? Feeling well? Things are fine on the station.
Доброе утро, уважаемый экипаж.
Good morning.
Вчера был первый день экзаменов.
Yesterday you had your first day of final exams. Would the commander tell us how it went? Yesterday we had an exam on the Russian segment mock-up. We performed routine operations, payload operations, systems maintenance. We also had to deal with several off-normal situations, and my crew has successfully managed to deal with those. And that's about it.
Вы первый раз принимали участие в таких экзаменах.
Sergey,
Похоже на те экзамены,
this is the first time for you going through these exams.
Первый раз я
Can
принимал
you comment?
экзамены в дублировании,
Well,
они аналогичные
I
были.
already
И
did have the experience of doing these final exams when I was in the backup crew, so yesterday it was similar.
проходит экзамен так же, как тренировка.
It was similar
Единственное,
to
отличается тем, что мы
the training runs,
сами выбираем
training
себе те отказы,
simulations.
которые попадаются в билете. А на
except
простой тренировке за нас решает инструктор.
the
Что нам
fact
выбрать,
that we
какие нам необходимые нештатные ситуации отработать.
have a say in what off-normal situations we will be dealing with, and this is the difference with the
Больше других отличий нет.
regular training sims.
вчера проживали сутки на российском сегменте МКС. И у вас было немного работы.
Yesterday
На экзамене.
you spent a whole day in the Russian segment, but you didn't have much to do. Are you going to have a lot more tasks to perform today?
Может быть, увидимся.
It is possible. We will see.
Было очень хорошо.
But yesterday went really well. We worked well together, helping each other, and I think we're going to be doing the same today.
Мы решили перед таким сложным днем экзаменом вас сильно не мучить.
We don't want to overload you with the questions because you have a final exam in front of you, so good luck and all the best at the exam. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Copy. Current time is 10:35:00. Time has been set. 5, 4, 3, 2, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Temperature in the BO 21.0. Sixteen three. We are ready to enter the values. Members of the Commission, the backup crew of increment ISS 74 has arrived for the final exam.
Нездоровый. Ну, Петя, ладно. А что радоваться? Как наоборот? Слегли, целый день пролежите. Это же работа такая, господин. Лежачий. И молчи, молчи. Раз.
Испытаний конкретной комплексных
Настроение у нас, как всегда, боевое.
We are in excellent mood. We had a long training. We practiced pretty much all situations that can arise during a space flight. So our crew is completely ready. I have been training for a Soyuz flight since 2012. I know this vehicle quite well. We did a lot of training and I feel ready to be the backup for the prime crew. The main objective of our mission is the scientific research for the benefit of our country and the entire humanity. Advancement of space exploration, studies of Earth, so that we understand where we are in this universe. And of course, the international cooperation continuing in the space is a very important part of our mission. You have not had an experience of flying to space. How was it training at the Star City with your experienced crewmates?
Training together with such an experienced crew.
They made it easy. I was very lucky to have two people who have already flown to space, and I've been able to learn so much from them that it's a spectacular opportunity.
Для меня очень важно, что со мной два опытных члена экипажа, и именно они сделали мою подготовку намного интереснее и легче полета.
Петр, кем легче быть, командиром или бортинженером?
Piotr, what is easier, being a commander or flight engineer? Well, commander has a lot more responsibilities and you get a somewhat different perspective on the space flight. So in some ways, flight engineer's job is easier. Have you exchanged positions with the prime crew in terms of how to deal with the challenges of the spaceflight? Yes, of course we do, but mostly we do get our expertise or training from our instructors who are extremely knowledgeable and experienced.
Ваши личные приметы или фишечки, чтобы не нервничать.
Do you have any tricks to keep calm? And
Глубоко выдохнуть,
well, breathe deeply.
помнить о том, что задача перед нами стоящая.
Remember that the tasks that we have to perform are fascinating
Приятных моментов
and diverse.
в первом полете.
And always look back at the experiences of your prior flights.
What language do you use during training?
Попробую использовать русский язык, но
I try speaking Russian,
мне нужно помочь.
but oftentimes I need help. He does speak good Russian.
На сегодняшней тренировке мы планируем
Today at the
отработать
sim,
практически все
we
варианты.
will be practicing
Все действия, которые выполняет экипаж в реальном
all the
космосе,
actions that the
начиная от
crew
посадки космический корабль на старт,
perform during a real flight, starting from
спуском,
launch
операциями в спускаемом аппарате
all the
после
way through the landing and post-landing operations.
количества нештатных ситуаций.
Of course, there will be some of normal situations thrown our way,
На первом этапе полета
some of them at the
в половине дня
first
может
stage of the flight,
сам процесс
others at a later time that may affect the content of the operations. So we will see. And all that is part of the sim.
Может,